And welcome back to episode 52 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings. And punk ass Malcolm King is still on vacation, so he is not with us. But of course, we got my pops in the building. What's happening?
What's going on, shower heads? What's up?
And of course, we got OG Michael Brown. How are you feeling, sir?
All right, how you doing, man? How y'all doing? I just want to say one thing to get the show kicked off.
Of course.
Malcolm's on vacation. He's in a Speedo.
In a button up, unbuttoned, with his belly out.
Yes. So we're gonna take jabs. I just wanted to take a jab to get us started. You know what I mean?
And I like
That's
it.
Okay.
That's funny. Okay, to kick us off, I kind of want to talk about this whole COVID situation with the NFL. Have y'all heard about that?
Okay.
I've been hearing some things about some COVID. Some teams got to hit up with the COVID, and they might not be. Some of the players will be coming in a little later, and they're also saying they might even do what was it called, a forfeit games?
Mm-hmm. If they can't reschedule their 18 season stretch. And they said if they forfeit, then both teams lose out on pay for that game.
Yeah. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then another thing that they said was since the coaches and the team staff don't have player unions, they're forcing them to get vaccinated. So a lot of people are stepping down.
Right.
They said the Paul Popovich dude, I think he was the offensive line coach for the Patriots. He stepped down for refusing to get vaccinated. Rick Dennison with the Vikings did the same thing. And they having an issue currently where that like the players, all of the players aren't wanting to get vaccinated. So I don't know if y'all saw what's the name he's tweet. Let me see. I thought I had it pulled up. Hold up.
I forget. I knew you was talking about.
I thought I had it pulled up, man. I don't know where the fuck it's at. But it was the wide receiver for who the fuck was it? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank at the moment.
Not Michael Thomas?
Nah.
Okay.
He's hurt.
Right. So he's out for the season.
He's out for the season. I know he's out for the season. I just thought he was hurt for a minute.
Is he out for the season? What's he out?
I think
what
so.
happened?
It's torn Achilles, ain't it? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure.
He's having an Achilles surgery or something.
I know it's somewhere, yeah, but I'm not sure if it was Achilles, but I know he's injured. He's banged up.
Right.
But I thought he was coming back.
But I guess apparently while I'm looking this up, I don't want to hold it all off, but apparently dude was saying like basically with teams saying that, you know, if you're unvaccinated, it could cost you your victory. So essentially you letting your team down if you get if you're not vaccinated and you get hit with COVID because you still got to do the 14-day DeAndre Hopkins. That's who said it. But he said, you putting us in a situation where we either letting our team down or we gotta be, or we're forced to get vaccinated to, you know, help out. It makes me question my future with the NFL. And we had this conversation a while back about this very same thing, about if the NFL would start vaccinating, and I said that was the number one thing that you would have to worry about. It wasn't the little people on the side that were replaceable. It was just star players. And if your star players aren't wanting to get vaccinated, ultimately that puts you in a situation where it's like, what can you do?
Well, I speaking on the Vegas Raiders, I have to say, I truly, for all the Raider Nation out there, I really want to say, we look good. So,
Thank you.
COVID, we still got Drake. If Drake goes down, we got Jacobs. We got receivers out the back, going back and forth. We got linebackers this year. We got defensive backs up the pipe. We look pretty good. So I'm not worried about COVID at all.
You know what? That's a good point that you bring up. Is that, you think that's why they're stacking a lot of their positions?
I think they're stacking their position from last year. That the Raiders actually took off and had a beautiful start of the season. They were looking like really strong, like they were really going to make it to the playoffs. And then all of a sudden, after that halfway season, it seemed like our team just started falling apart because of injuries.
Right.
And when the started coming, we didn't have anybody to take the place. Arnett wasn't playing that great because of the fact that he was still a rookie. He didn't have the COVID messed him up. Ruggs wasn't looking that good. He got injured. Edwards got injured. Mm-hmm. He wasn't as rookies. They looked decent, but they didn't stand out like they were supposed to. Therefore, we only had Aguilar, and we only had Waller, and we had Renfro. So technically, you stacked up because of the fact that now you're talking. You got Brown, you got Edwards, you got Ruggs, you got what's the guy from Baltimore we just picked up?
Snead. Willie Snead.
Oh,
Snead.
Mm-hmm.
We got Snead, and we got a couple. They got a couple little free agents they got off of the draft. I mean, out of the draft that they didn't sign, unsigned free agents. That one of them looks pretty good. They're saying is standing out. I can't remember his name. You can look that up, but he's looking really good. And also the fact that we picked up Lee coming from, that's a nice linebacker to come in and pick up when Kwiatkowski got hurt last year, Littleton got hurt last year. So you got to look at all them injuries. So to me, you said, why do we stack up? We stacked up because of the fact that we were doing well, and then our cupboard was bare.
Right.
Now we have a full cupboard, and I think we can handle it for injuries now.
I mean, that's definitely a good point. Let me see. I don't know.
Speaking of injuries, what do you think about Terrell Pryor? He thought he was, he really wanted to come back, so I'm hearing, but then also don't know after this motorcycle accident.
I didn't know he was in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, I didn't either.
He was riding his 3-wheeler and a car came by and clipped him. Flipped his motorcycle, but he only got scratches, so he's okay. Last year, what was his wife that stabbed him or something? Or girlfriend stabbed him? Somebody stabbed him last year. I think it was his wife or ex-wife or...
Terrell Pryor?
Terrell Pryor. He had problems last year because he got into it because one of the girls stabbed him. A little girl stabbed him. Allegedly. I'm not,
Right.
Are we talking about the wide receiver quarterback /
Came out as a Raider.
Right.
He moved on. He went to Cleveland and started Cleveland. And he went to Washington, and I think he went to Seattle. I think he went to Seattle or New Orleans, one of the two. But then he started to fall off. Well, he was trying to come back last year, so I heard. And I heard that he got into some trouble, a little scuffle, and one of his girlfriend or wife stabbed him. So that was then. This year, we're hearing that he got a 3-wheel motorcycle and a car hit him and clipped him. But they said he's okay. He only had a few scratches and scrapes. He's okay. On the girlfriend thing here, I'm gonna jump over to Terrell Pryor. Unless y'all got something to comment on that.
No,
one.
I feel like that motherfucker can't get right, man.
Right.
He can't get
Okay, now
right.
here we go. So what do y'all? Okay, here we go. What do y'all feel about Darius Geis and LSU taking him off all the record books?
I didn't hear about that.
I didn't either. What's going on? Fill us
where
in.
am I
Fill
at?
me in. Because I'm online and I can't see anything.
Well, Darius Geis got in trouble. Well, first of all, he got 2 sexual assaults charges with the 2 ladies. And on the third woman says that she apparently he took some nude pictures of her and shared them with his teammates after the fact without her permission.
I think I may have heard that.
So at this point right here, the school is going to take all the little accolades that he had and all the little, the awards that he won. They're taking him off the record books. So Darius Geis has ruined himself because of sexual activities with these young women. But then you showed the maturity of this young man. You taking pictures of a woman that you having sex with apparently, and you taking pictures and showing them to all your teammates. Come on.
What college did he go to? LSU? Okay,
Yeah.
so I thought.
LSU.
Okay, so I
Like
thought.
ugly.
What'd you say?
LSU stands for liking something ugly.
Okay.
Ugly
Okay.
organization.
Cool.
I mean,
So,
I just don't know what removing him from the record books is supposed to do.
well, I mean, basically they're trying to show that the college is on the one the bad name. So when you act a fool, when you do some stupid things, they got to do something to represent themselves and distance themselves from you. So when they distance themselves from you, it's showing that that they don't back you. So basically, by taking him off the record books and saying that we don't back this dude, we don't stand for what he say, we're against what he did, so we're just gonna take him off the record books to show you that we don't even care nothing about what he did or who he is or where he come from.
Wow.
It's like he's kind of raising your name.
So just bear with me, okay? Now he was a running back, right?
Nah, he wasn't a running back, was he?
He's a running back, right?
Running
Okay.
back.
I don't know why I was thinking he was a receiver.
He's a running back. And he was good
Running
too.
back. Okay.
Hell of a running back.
Who did he go to? Didn't he get hurt the first season in the NFL though?
I believe so. He didn't have a great season. He kind of disappeared.
Right.
When he came into the league, I thought he was going I wanted him to be drafted by the Raiders. He came in, I thought he was going to be fantastic, but then he just kind of faded away.
What year did he come out?
I believe like 3 or 4 years ago. I'm not sure, about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, my mind just must
He ain't
be
been in the league
sitting
that long. I think he came out about 3.
He's been in 2018.
Okay.
2018.
Yeah. 3 or 4 years ago, like I said.
Well, I mean, shit.
He was an excellent running back. He had good moves, man. He had good size. I liked when he came out. I couldn't remember what year he came out, but I know he came out, and I was hoping the Raiders picked him up. But I'm glad we dodged that bullet.
Who did he go to though? I was tripping. I thought it was New Orleans or Worcester.
No, he didn't go to New Orleans. I mean, I'm thinking, who did Darius Geis went to? I want to say Washington.
I want to see. I'll look at that.
My bad. Tripping.
But those are a couple little tidbits I threw out there at you. What you got?
Says he went to Washington.
Yeah, Washington. I thought he went to Washington.
Damn, but I mean, I guess I just don't. I mean, I understand the college not wanting to, be associated with that kind of behavior, but I feel like you can make a statement, but to take him off the record books, I feel like it's kind of cheating the players that come after him.
I don't understand what you mean.
What do you mean? I mean, like, say he set a record or something like that, and
now somebody beat it with less, and it's like, well, you didn't really beat that record though. It's just a technicality because they removed his records from the books. So it's like you're cheating the future from being able to exceed those things.
I can see what you're saying.
They can
but also,
still exceed them, of course. You can still exceed the record, but it's like you're giving people openings. What up, Mout? You're giving people openings now where it's like you don't have to beat them to beat them.
Right, but if you really want to stand out, okay, we give you one that we give you a record that counts. But yeah, if you really want to break the big one, you got to step up a little bit higher. So it still gives you some expectations to look for. I mean, give you something to keep going.
Yeah.
But I'll give you that where you broke a record, you broke the old record, but the actual record needs to go further. But the record that stands right now that we will uphold, you got this record, but you just didn't beat Darius Geis's record.
Exactly.
So I mean, you know that though, but that might make you stay one more year.
I mean, it could. But I mean, it's also not. I feel like football and basketball are two completely different things. It's a big gamble to stay an additional year in football if you're already good enough to make it to the league.
Yeah, but some people like to break records. Some
Especially
people
for
want
a running back too.
Yeah, but some people like their names in lights. Okay, just like they're talking about Henderson. Henderson coming into Ohio State. Henderson, they're projecting that he will break. Before I say this, you guys know who holds the rushing record, freshman rushing record for Ohio State? Who got it?
What's his name?
It's not
Maurice. Maurice Collette.
Oh.
No.
It's not Maurice Collette or whatever that dude that went pulled the gun out.
No.
Okay.
And it's not.
You would think he did. You would think he did because Collette had a half a year for freshman rookie year.
He was doing it.
It's not Eddie.
No.
Eddie George.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
You would not even believe it. You wouldn't even think it, but you would think it. You wouldn't think it, but I tell you what, C.J. Henderson looks just like him body-wise.
Not Dobbins.
Now
Dobbins.
Is it Dobbins?
Dobbins. Dobbins has the freshman rookie rushing record. And they say Henderson is going to break that. They say he's looking that good that he will break that this year.
Okay, shit. Well, I mean, but this is also speculation off of a child's high school career. You know what I mean? It's different when you hit that league. It's the pace.
I give you that, but but you got to understand, C.J. Henderson was the number one running back coming out this year too. He was the number one. He was the top rushing running back coming out of high school this year.
What,
he was the number one in the nation. He was the top dog. And he got some super blazing speed and spectacular hands. And now he's playing for the Buckeyes. And they're already projecting him that he's looking real good in practice to the point that they say he will break the record this year. And I can see it happening.
And you said he got Dobbins' size too?
They built the same already. And I'm not talking about the Dobbins. I'm not talking about the Dobbins that came in. I'm talking about the Dobbins going out.
Okay.
So
this boy is built. This boy is stacked. This boy is super fast.
Who's he play for?
The Buckeyes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said USC. My bad.
Oh no.
Ain't nobody talking about no damn USC.
See, I had to throw that in there.
Y'all ain't had a running back since Reggie
Hey,
Bush.
you know what USC stands for?
You know they said that last time too.
Hey, you know what USC stands for, right? Ugly suckers crying.
Listen.
Go USC.
No USC.
Oh, gotta do it. Gotta roll with him. Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? He came from Cali.
Who the C.J. Henderson dude?
No, that's C.J. Henderson. Yeah, yeah. Henderson from Cali, baby.
Okay.
I believe he's from Cali. So
where did he go to? Did he go to Denver?
Even he wasn't dumb enough to
he went to Ohio State.
Commit to USC.
Okay.
Y'all ain't gonna see him because y'all not gonna get there to play nobody.
Oh, okay. I'm listening to y'all.
We're not even talking about when we come to playoffs. We don't even talk about USC because USC's never.
Man,
y'all better hope for the Sweet 16 tournaments and shit and basketball.
No, we ain't even trying to do no basketball.
Because y'all ain't got nothing going on.
Hey, I'm sorry. I meant to say USC means for undersized college.
Yeah.
Undersized college.
All y'all got them undersized college students. But hey, I'm telling you, it looks like it's gonna be good. But honestly, what y'all feel about Green Bay Packers right now?
Man, I think they're really on one. They're really on one. They're not playing around with people and that money. But
you got 2 players don't want to sign contracts. So what you gonna do about that?
And it's funny because I actually had that written down. They both tweeted out the same picture, MJ and Scottie Pippen for the
and the running back hurt. Mm-hmm. The running backs on the PUP list. Your running backs hurt. So if you got no running back, no receiver, no quarterback, Green Bay done.
Well, I guess they're supposed to be coming back. For this year, but next year they talking about it's a done data.
But if you coming back and you really don't want to play for the team, are you really dedicated?
I think so. I think that's what that picture symbolized when they both posted that is this is the last time we gonna have a shot to do it together. If we don't make something happen this year, we both separate with nothing. So let's do it. I felt like that's what that Scottie Jordan image was saying. But it's still tough, you know what I mean?
Or just saying we walking out of here together. You leave and I'm leaving, we bounce.
But it's going to be hard of course that, I think that's a fact, but they ain't going to be together. It's not like you're going to reunite on another team. There would be, what team would be able to make that move and give back enough to get both of them?
Yeah, that's a good call.
You know, so
you got to give away your whole
it wouldn't work.
Practice squad.
And you know, Carr talking about wanting to get Devontae Adams to the Raiders, and I'm thinking I mean that would be nice. Don't get me wrong, but once again,
what Aaron Rodgers did he go to too?
What are we giving up to get him?
Right.
What are we giving up to get him? And I almost feel like it's a situation where it's like, if you're giving up too much, it's a nah thing. Like, nah, it's cool. But, you know, somebody like Carr, who is that close with somebody like Gruden, is that extra influence to get the organization to give up all that to get him. But I feel like it could be a potential Kevin Love and the Cavaliers situation. Not to disrespect Devontae Adams by any means. I just mean that from a standpoint of what all was given to him and what all we gave up to get him.
Right now, I don't see nobody. I mean, I think the Raiders are built up with 6 men. I think we got a good 6-man team. I mean, all our players, none of them are really like superstars. None of them are really like standoutish. We're like a 6-man team all the way from the top.
But they have potential, though. We have a lot of players that have potential.
That's why I said we have 6 men all the way up and down. I mean, until I see what Moore can do, I mean, which I think that was a blessing to get a first-round pick in the second round. Trayvon Mullen, he showed me tremendous ability the first couple years. Yeah. Last year, he didn't really show me a lot. When in certain plays, like he was getting burnt and toasted. But when you put him on press man, he could lock it down. He could lock it down in press man. But when he played the zone, he got kind of beat a little bit. But when you put him in the press man, he was unstoppable.
What up, Don? My fault. I saw you. I saw you in there.
That was a Paul Gunther defense, though.
It truly was. What I'm saying is, but as far as like a superstar standout stud, the only one I would really hold on, the only person on my team that I really would not really let go would be Waller.
Really?
I mean, Waller to me, like, he's definitely our best. weapon.
Let me go a little.
Oh, he is. He had a good season last season, and I'm happy for that.
Right. Let me go a little further though. When I used that Kevin Love analogy, one of the reasons why I said that is because in order for us to have gotten Kevin Love, we also had to trade away Andrew Wiggins, who eventually ended up being one of the highest paid players in the NBA.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is, if you give away a Ruggs on a maybe not a soft, because this is going to be a sophomore year, but on a junior year, you're trading him away before he's getting acclimated to the system and getting the ability to, and you don't know what he's going to end up being.
My point is, right now, I don't know yet based upon what I've seen, but what I feel in my heart is Ruggs, to me, is a top-notch baller. If he comes in like I've seen him work on his workouts, from the first time I see when he first came out as a rookie, I seen his media running his little route running. It didn't look that crisp, it didn't look that good. But now that I watched his new videos for this year, he comes out of his cuts a little tighter, a little more crisp. He looks more aggressive.
I think.
And Derek Carr said he's violent with him. So I can see actually being I can see this being a year he really truly stands out.
Right.
I wouldn't trade him for that reason, but yet based upon what I've seen so far, I couldn't see nothing that keep me from
letting him go.
Yeah, letting him go. But then I also say Brian Edwards. Brian Edwards looks like a big beast in itself. His video I seen when he was cutting his rookie season, he looked pretty good on video. But then we got on the field, he looked like he did unnecessarily things like running. You got people on your back, dude, go down. Just fall down. When you got them on your back, get down and live to play another day. Don't try to scoot out a half a yard and get your ankle twisted, your ACL broken, or your busting. Right. I mean, don't go that route. Just catch the ball, fall down, and let it go. But if he actually starts balling, like I seen him balling toward the end of the season, in the way he played in college, them two guys right there alone make me feel like, man, we good. Now Brown, I studied a lot of tape on Brown. Brown is he's a heck of a receiver. Most of the things I've seen about Brown is he has some excellent hands. He gets open.
He does run great routes.
I've seen his videos on practice. He's got good cut moves, but when you watch his tape, I don't see the same cuts I see in the video.
He's a deeper guy. He's like and that's what I think happened with Ruggs too. I think he noticed in his first season that he can't just use his speed to beat guys like he could in college. And he like, let me get tighter on my fundamentals, on my, cuts and footwork.
He built his muscles up. He built his legs up. Right. He's a lot stronger. He looks a lot stronger, more muscle, more tone. Like he could take a hit. So I see him having an excellent season. Plus, with you having some time with practice with Derek, now that the COVID thing's over, I think that they'll have a good chemistry between them 2, 3, 4 players within Renfro, Brown, Edwards, Ruggs. I think our offense is going to be a top 3 offense this year.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I'd bet on that one because I'm telling you right now,
man,
I don't got a lot of faith in Carr. I mean, I really don't.
But I don't want no faith in Carr. I don't need faith in Carr. I know Carr got some good receivers now. I think
he's not awful, but.
So you think he's going to throw for 5,000 yards then?
Yes, I give him that too. You know why I'm going to say that? I'm going to say that because you know what? We have 2 great tight ends now.
I don't know who Roger Dodger is in the chat, but he said the Raiders need Bo Jackson, Howie Long, and Alzado.
Alzado.
You know what? I like that because he's a Denver fan. I mean, we love Denver fans. He got to be a Denver fan or Casey. Yeah. Or Casey. He's just hanging on Casey.
Orange Crush.
You know what them bandwagon Chief fans. So he's got to be a Bronco fan. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Oh, Don says as a Bears fan, Packers suck. Don, you jumping out the window, G. I feel like that was the other way around for a long time.
I think the Bears. I'm with him. I think the Bears are gonna be a beast this year.
I
the Packers.
So.
And I think the Packers are laying the red carpet. They opening the carpet for the Bears to take over.
But it's been a while since the Bears have really been what them Jake.
They're not showing you fucking more.
Well, no, not even Cutler. Mike over there going through it.
Hey, about it. The Bears weren't as good just 2 years ago.
You said what?
Yeah.
The Bears were good just 2 years ago. It was just 2 years ago that the Bears were actually scary. You actually thought the Bears.
Well, didn't they?
Was that with
Didn't
Cutler?
they? Oh,
the Bears
no.
was actually kicking butt and they faded right at the end.
That was with what's your face, wasn't
The
it?
same year they got Khalil Mack over there, but they started taking
Oh,
off.
right. No, you right. So that was a little bit further back, but yeah, you right.
When they got Khalil Mack, they started taking off and they was on fire. They kicked some serious butt. And I thought that they was gonna kill. I thought they was gonna kill the Raiders in that little what was that, New England or Mexico game we played. I thought Khalil Mack was gonna kill Derek Carr, but we ended up winning.
Right.
But Chicago actually the year before that, when they first got when they got Khalil Mack, I actually thought they was gonna make it. I actually thought they was gonna be doing the Super Bowl shuffle.
I did too. Yeah.
I thought they was gonna be back to the Super Bowl shuffle,
Not the
but they didn't have
remix. They
enough.
was gonna make the remix out
Yeah.
They
there.
gonna make the remix. But they didn't have enough fighting power. They didn't have enough firepower to push it through. So I give it to them this year. I think if Justin Fields turns out a little bit this year, they might make some noise.
I think he will.
I think he will too. He'll make. I think they'll make some noise. I don't think they're gonna be a deep threat, but I think they're gonna make some serious noise.
I think
I'm
Justin
still going
Fields
with
would be the first.
right now.
I think Justin Fields would be the first Ohio State quarterback to break the curse for real.
I'll still go Arizona and Cleveland, but
You think he looks that good that he's gonna break the Ohio curse?
I don't think he looks that good, but I think that
I think he'll break the curse.
his ceiling is high enough that he'll be the first quarterback coming out of Ohio State to be decent.
I think
But
it's
just in all fairness, Chicago, they can ruin some quarterbacks though too. I'm just saying,
I wouldn't,
just throwing it out there.
I wouldn't disagree with you.
You know, just put it out there.
I'm gonna say it was it was the system that they ran, but I think with the quarterback they have now, he fits their system.
Yeah.
I think he fits their system, Mike. I mean, if you give a quarterback, you get a quarterback in Chicago that's to sit back there and just throw the ball.
Right.
You're absolutely right.
So did you think Mitch Trubisky, you think he had Mitchell Trubisky, you think he had a chance?
About Mitch.
You know, did you think he had a chance in Chicago? You think they gave up on him too soon? Because what? He's going into what? Fourth season?
I don't think that he had the leg. I don't think he had the legs with the receivers that he had. I don't think he had the legs. Chicago. I mean, they need once they got to improve their receivers and the rest of that little bit of stuff. They got the offensive line. I think they'll be all right. But you got a quarterback now that can run, which makes me think of what makes me think of a what's his name? What's your boy?
Lamar Jackson.
No, Chicago.
Oh, you talking about? Oh,
what's your
talking about Ben?
Back in the day. No, I'm talking about the quarterback. What's his name?
I dare say Vince McMahon.
No.
The wrestling dude or whatever.
No. He's talking
Jimmy
about the
Man.
quarterback.
Jimmy McMahon. What's his name with the quarterback? What's the quarterback they had with the headbands on, the shades?
Oh,
They won the Super Bowl with him.
I wasn't paying attention. Who you talking about?
Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears old quarterback.
Was it Jimmy? What was his name?
That's back.
Was it Jim McMahon?
I
I think it was Jim McMahon, wasn't it?
Let's see. But Roger Dodger in the chat said, not a Broncos fan, just messing with you brothers. I was a diehard Patriots fan until I found out Kraft and Brady were Trump publicans. I would say the Raiders should give up the farm for Deshaun Watson if he wasn't such a legal liability. I mean, but I agree.
That sounds good.
I give it to him on that.
I do agree,
That's an
Roger
upgrade.
Dodger, but and he did see Jim McMahon.
It was Jim McMahon. I thought so.
McMahon.
I think Fields is
I
a big
agree,
man.
but once again, I feel like what do we have to give up to get somebody like Deshaun Watson? And I feel like we're making the right moves currently. And as a Raiders fan, I don't think that we've ever made the right moves historically.
Right now, you could give up Derek Carr, you could give Carl Nassib, and you could probably give up Arnett.
I wouldn't be against those.
And you know what? And honestly, I keep telling y'all, and I'm going to say it 1,001 times.
Arnett's going to develop, though.
I think so too.
He will develop, but you can let him go right now with all the people that we got right now. That's why you can use him as a pawn to get you. You can get right now. Right. You give Derek Carr right now because I actually think Mariota is better than Derek Carr any day of the week, all day long.
You got.
I think so too.
I got a headache.
You give Derek Carr, you give Arnett, you can give up. I'm telling you.
Arnett got thrown. He got thrown to the Wolves last year.
I think McMahon.
He got thrown to the Wolves.
Mariota.
He was.
Mount said Fields is overrated. Faders. Roger Dodger said give up Carr and whatever else it takes. I mean, I mean, Carr would be the number one on my list to get rid of. And wouldn't it be ironic to give Texas the little brother of David who didn't pan out to be shit either? And I'm not saying Derek hasn't panned out to be shit. I just feel like he's not clutch. He's not a clutch.
You know what? I give Derek Carr. Derek Carr would sit. I'm telling you right now, Derek Carr will be a beast in New England. Derek Carr would be
being a decent fit.
New England. Derek Carr would be good in Green Bay Packers.
Malk said y'all need Nassib. He, in quotation, pumps the team up. That nigga's a fool, man. I just wish.
Okay. Okay. Fly, Eagles, fly.
I hope you step on a rock on your vacation. and you need a crutch or a cane to finish it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you what he gonna get. He gonna get one of them big old hemorrhoids. You gonna know how Carl Nassib feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Come at us. Don't come at us, Malcolm.
Shit. Oh shit, Malcolm. Hey.
Don't come at us.
Listen, motherfuckers been spicy on Malk since you been gone. You're going to have to get back here and defend yourself.
Sure enough.
Because listen,
for all fairness.
People been spicy on you, Malk.
Yeah. He been taking up.
He had bedtime. He said, I got to go to the bedtime. We over vacay. We about to make that 8-10 hour drive home now as we speak, packing up the hotel. Oh, well, how long? So y'all left Thursday and y'all coming back Saturday? That wasn't, why not tomorrow? Whoa, okay, Roger Dodger. He said, Watson's the truth. He's Lamar Jackson light. I think it's a reverse thing. I don't think Lamar Jackson has what Deshaun Watson has. I think
not throwing the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's very mobile. He's very athletic, but I don't think he has anything that Deshaun Watson has as far as, like, I don't think he could hold a candle to that man. I don't know about light. Unless you meant by light, he's better because he's the low-carb version. That's was supposed to come back tomorrow. Man, we ready to go. Hey,
well, tell him come on. Send another text out. Know you defend yourself. Let us know where you're coming from with that Lamar Jackson.
Oh, Roger Dodger. Yeah, well, I would like to know that too.
Come on, Roger. You listening? So come on back with it. Defend yourself.
Yeah, I would like to know that too, because I think the opposite, man. I think Watson got Lamar Jackson beat. That's just my opinion, though. He's got a clean record.
Okay. I see where we're going.
I mean, I guess you get points for that. I guess you do get points for that. He's not controversial. You might have to mute that mic. I don't know what you got going on over there.
Hey, but on the real,
right?
So
that record's like he said. Listen. You got that points to Roger on that one.
Lamar's still fighting for a contract dispute, and he's still in a contract debate, ain't
he? Is he?
Yeah, I don't think he signed his contract either. I think he's trying to get more money as well.
No,
they were saying that he's fighting right now because Patrick Mahomes is number one on the quarterback, like $45 million a year, and then you have somebody signed. Who was that signed under him? And they're making $40 million, and Lamar's trying to get in between the two, between the 40 and the 45 million, making him number two, or he could be the number 3, and then somebody else will bounce in between them and making him number 4. I'm trying to think of who was the other quarterback that was
he deserves the contract. He does deserve the contract.
He deserves the contract. He actually fits the Baltimore Ravens style of play 100%. Like, beautiful. I think he's the perfect. As far as him being somebody successful, that's the perfect team for him. I don't think he would do it in a lot of other clubs, but with the club he's with the Ravens, I think he's an excellent quarterback for him, and he'll make a name for him as long as he stays there. He was kind of like Randall Cunningham with Philadelphia.
Right.
Take him off of that team, and then they kind of disappear.
Right. Well, I mean, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad with the Vikings.
No.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. I wouldn't say he.
But he wasn't Philadelphia.
Right.
But he wasn't Philadelphia.
But you could attribute that to age, I would say.
Right.
Roger Dodger said he's gonna pay everyone off, so Raiders need to have the Texans on speed dial. I mean, you know that's the case. He's definitely gonna pay. That's the only way I see him getting out of this situation. Even though he might be a real one if he's like, nah, let's take it to court. Let's see what y'all really got to say, or what I'm really guilty of.
Right, that's what they said. They want his victims or ones that are making the call to show their faces. That's the last time we heard something, right?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Ain't that the last time we heard something from about Deshaun Watson?
Last time I heard something was when they were dropping some of the ladies' charges.
Right, because they wouldn't show their face,
or they wouldn't speak on details, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, I get it. You know what I mean? If it is what you say it is, I get not wanting to rehash it. But the man wasn't accused of rape. You feel what I'm saying? He was accused.
Right.
If you can't describe a naked body to a judge, then bitch, stop watching porn. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not. Why can't you give the details? It isn't what he did. I don't get it. You know what I mean? It'd be different if it was like a forceful situation. I can understand why a woman wouldn't feel comfortable getting back into that. But a man who is naked on a massage table asking for a happy ending, like, I'm sure Robert Kraft does that every weekend.
Oh, yeah. He was one calling that boat that time, wasn't he?
Allegedly. I'll say allegedly on that.
Allegedly, he was calling that boat.
Well, I don't know if that's alleged. Was it a boat? That may be alleged.
Remember the Minnesota boat that had all the coaches and stuff on there and women? You don't remember that?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No,
that was some years. That was a few years back.
Roger Dodger said if Kirk Cousins has made all this money, everybody needs to get their money. I agree with that. Now listen.
Oh shit. I agree with that too.
That's a strong statement.
I like Roger Dodger. He got a lot of information. Keep telling Roger.
I like him too. That's a strong statement right there.
Okay, Roger, I got a question for you. How do you feel about Malik Hooker visiting the Dallas Cowboys? What do we feel about this?
Ooh,
Malik Hooker.
Yeah, go ahead.
Malik Hooker was a great ball player when he first came in the league. He started getting a little ouchy. Now all of a sudden he's nobody wanted to pick him up when he is still a superstar. And Dallas with a horrible defensive backfield are now looking at Malik Hooker. What you feel about that? What you feel, Roger Dodger? Give me something new.
I mean, I
know
while we waiting on his Kraft got caught, he went to court to keep the tape from being released. Damn, they had tape. They was about to release one of them spy cam joints on them. one where they got the camera up in the top.
Yeah. Eating their butt neck.
Blanket popping up and down. Like.
Yeah. One minute.
All right, what y'all feel about that? What y'all feel about? I think Malik Hooker should have got a chance, man.
Yeah,
Malik Hooker, he's a beast.
I mean, I feel like Dallas are making moves as well. Like since Dak Prescott's back healthy, Ezekiel Elliott's back in shape. I'm not gonna say he was out of shape. I just feel like how we talked about it before, where it's like if I gave you all I had them first 2 years out of the season, and you didn't really do nothing to help me, like yeah, you brought in Cooper and all them, but it's like I can't be the guy that shortens my career because you want me to bulldoze every fucking play.
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna take a year off. That's what I'm gonna do to show you, get some folks to help me out. And now I feel like he's back. I feel like that was
You know,
exactly what it was.
they got receivers.
Right.
They're
making
now.
moves. So I think, and I do agree with you too.
Dak. I think Dak had the big contract. Dak had a Dak was number big contract.
Yep,
That's
you're
right.
right. Because I was surprised he got it after the injury.
Well, you know what? They knew they didn't want to lose him because Dak is an excellent quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So Dak got so now we got the quarterback situation going on in Dallas. Now we got the if Zeke coming back, you got the running game back in Dallas. You got receivers now. You got two top star running receivers now. I don't know who their tight end is, but other than that, if you start improving the defense, now got a linebacker. Okay, we got a linebacker now. I got a linebacker now in.
I feel like I know that.
I'm so used to Witten, I don't know who their tight end is now.
I knew that.
So now you're trying to get that backfield back. So I'm wondering, what are they waiting on to sign Malik Hooker? This shouldn't even be a question of a doubt. Malik Hooker should have been signed yesterday. As far as Dallas is concerned, they should have signed Malik Hooker and his little brother. They should have signed whoever. Their defensive backfield is horrible.
Yeah, that's the point of emphasis right now would be their defense entirely, in my opinion. Not just the backfield. I mean, I feel like they're missing pieces at every position.
Well, they got a linebacker now. They picked up a nice linebacker. He did good for Penn State.
Who is it? Inside, outside? Is it
What's his name?
I feel like they're in the same. I feel like they were in the same position that Raiders were in, where they
rookie. They got the rookie. They got the number one. Was it Micah Parsons?
Oh yeah, out of Penn State.
Right.
Yeah. You all right?
They got Micah Parsons. They got Micah Parsons. You good? They got Micah Parsons to come in and play inside linebacker.
But I feel like they still need one of them coverage linebackers. Not quite a DB, but somebody that is stay.
He's a rush linebacker. He can cover.
Parsons.
So he can hit. He's a cover. He can cover in the middle. He's pretty decent. He can also rush. And if you bring in somebody like Malik Hooker to play your deep back, I mean, come on, your free safety.
It's Blake Jarwin is the tight end.
Okay.
He ain't bad.
So I'm saying is they did a little couple moves. There been some moves. Dallas could actually make some noise.
I think so.
But for some odd reason, I think Dallas got the same curse as the Raiders. We seem to do just enough to get there, but not enough to get over the hump.
Well, I mean.
But I think this year is the year the Raiders make it. I think the Raiders are going to make a splash this year.
I think so too.
I do too. I agree.
If everything works out the way I hope, the defense ends up being more impressive than the offense.
Yeah,
I hope so. I mean, with Gus Bradley leading the charge,
right?
But
offense was in the top 10.
Consistent, right? They're consistent, is what I'll say.
They were top 10, but with that being said, everybody else improved. I think Pittsburgh improved, picking up Melvin Ingram. They're also looking at Vic Beasley.
A lot of teams improved.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Vic Beasley. Did he stay with? Is he still in the Raiders squad, or did
who's that?
Vic Beasley. I know that Pittsburgh was looking at him, but it never said he left the Raiders. Now we didn't pick him up, but is he actually
on the practice squad?
Where's he at? And there ain't no practice squad at this point. It's everybody. It's not 99 players out there running around.
Right.
So I'm just wondering what Vic Beasley doing. I mean, Vic Beasley was a heck of a defensive end.
Excuse me.
He took a little bit, like the mental stage part. They said he wasn't wrapped too tight, but all of a sudden, he still played good ball. His desire to play football was lacking. That's why Atlanta let him go. But now it seemed like he was playing good for the Raiders last year when he wasn't on the practice squad. So my point is, I would like to see him resurrect his career. I was just wondering what happened to him. I'm wondering. The last thing I heard was Pittsburgh was looking at him.
No, I don't know. I couldn't help you on that one. But when you said that, that made me think of how everybody said Roethlisberger is back in shape.
Yeah,
And I was thinking to myself, when has that motherfucker ever been in shape? Like,
yeah.
I know we talk about Mac Jones, but Roethlisberger looks like the guy flipping on the couch talking about, I could play better than him.
But that's a big fella.
He is.
Roethlisberger, I don't know. If they say he's in shape, he ain't got to be in that much of shape because he never was in great shape, but he's in shape enough that you couldn't tackle him.
Right, but I feel like that's just his roots. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
That's a sturdy dude right there. That's a sturdy dude.
They say if he dropped 5 pounds off the waistline, they say he in shape. That's good enough.
Imagine having a Roethlisberger at quarterback and a Jerome Bettis at running back. You're not, man. Listen, that's a big backfield right there.
Well, they said the new guy that they have, Harris, the one they say he's Jerome. He's Jerome Bettis and Le'Veon Bell.
Ain't no man.
Together.
Listen, they just talking shit. That's the
He
same
said
way they do when they bring somebody new. And then don't get me wrong, I like him.
I like him too.
But to
Really?
say he Jerome Bettis, like he's not even built. I don't think the NFL will ever see a man that size that can move like that.
Yeah.
Again,
he plays defense.
I mean, I might be lying. You never know, especially with the way these kids is growing these days. But Jerome Bettis was an anomaly. Like, you don't see somebody built like a lineman moving like that.
But only other one was Ironhead Hayward.
For New Orleans.
That name.
You had Ironhead Hayward. They don't make them backs no more. You had Christian Okoye.
Yeah.
You had
Kansas City.
You had Big Mac. But other than that, you ain't got them no more.
Yeah, they just don't.
But
you know what? I want to say I have, not like anybody recent, but I want to say I have heard a high school running back that was like oversized like that.
I know that high school
Yeah, they
quarterback.
said the running back, the dude that they saying is the new Marshawn Lynch. He had a video that came out probably like 2 years ago. They were saying like the new beast mode, and he's like this big ass high school running back, and he's big as shit, but he can move. I can't think of his name though, but I know his football, whatever team he played for, was red, white, and blue. Well, mainly blue, red numbers, and white, like, you know, outlines and shit. White helmet, but I can't think of who it was.
I can't think of who that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Draft Dodger said Dallas will always take questionable folks, so that's nothing new. I don't like to waste time on the Cowboys because they haven't won anything since Martin was on TV. He said the Cowgirls are the most overrated team in sports beside the Knicks. That's a accurate one. I feel like they tried to force that on America and try to make them America's team. I mean, I feel like they still call them America's team. I don't know where they got that from.
I don't know where they got that from.
And Don's still here. Where's Jordan? What you mean, Don? Who's Jordan? What Jordan?
Speaking of that, what do y'all think about the Cleveland Indians' new team name?
The Guardians.
Guardians.
Yeah, I was
Guardians,
that up
really?
too. They changing the name to the Guardians.
So everybody's taking down the Indian off their helmets and
But I don't get it though.
uniforms.
I mean,
Guardians.
I understand, you know, wanting to right or wrong. Don't get me wrong. But unless you gonna do that with the Chiefs, the Blackhawks, the Warriors, all the other teams, it's like the Warriors tried to be slick too. You want to name your team after Indians, but put a fucking Golden Gate Bridge or whatever you got on your jersey, so you threw us off the scent. Motherfuckers ain't stupid.
I don't know.
They said we gave them enough. They don't pay taxes. They got their own little land out west. We get to name our teams after them is what we gonna do. But listen, I think they should. I think they should
I just
change
think
them.
they could have did a better name. You know what?
Or
Okay.
you want to right or wrong? If you want to keep an Indian name, put a motherfucking Indian GM or owner in there. That's what you do. Put somebody.
Okay, let's talk about the
diverse.
Right.
nicknames. Look at the nicknames. How about the Lakers? When they was Minneapolis, what's the name of the Minneapolis Lakers?
Right, because
a lot of lakes.
right.
Minneapolis got a ton of lakes. A lot of lakes. So you talk about Minneapolis with a lot of lakes, you thinking, okay, that makes sense calling them the Lakers.
Right.
And now they're in Cali where it's oceans.
It's a drought. It's a drought there currently.
So it's
water out there.
Oceans, yeah. It's a lot of
They need
oceans.
to call them the Los Angeles Saltwaters.
Yeah, I mean, where they get the Lakers? They're not lakes anymore. What else we got out here? Give me some.
I'm sure there's some lakes in California though, just not like
lakes. They ain't like oceans. They're oceans now. So
the
Rivers.
Knicks. The Knicks are a great one to me. The Knickerbockers, like how good were those pants that you were like, let's name a team after them? The Knickerbockers, the New York, the city of dreams. We're gonna name our team after pants. What fucking pants were those, man? I want to know. I want to see a pair of Knickerbockers.
I'm just wondering. I'm just listening. I'm just like that.
Listen, that's hella retro. But I'm sure it's a lot of them. That's a good question too.
I mean, like Dallas Cowboys, Dallas.
That makes sense.
Texas, it makes sense.
That makes sense.
That makes
like
a
the
lot.
Longhorns make sense in Texas.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The ones that make sense, they make sense.
Wait,
listen,
I mean, are we the only spot that really has Buckeyes?
we got Buckeyes, so Ohio State Buckeyes make sense.
He said that's the great Los Angeles Lakers, gentlemen. Listen, they didn't look too great this year. Is all I'm saying, Roger Dodger. I'll give you that last year with the asterisks next to it, but this
And
year,
that's the LeBron Lakers. It's not Los Angeles
right?
Lakers.
The LA LeBrons.
Yeah.
I heard that Cleveland looking at Caruso. I hope we
I
get
heard
him
that
too.
myself. I heard myself. I
hope
heard
we
that.
Get them. I like Caruso. Alex Caruso is a dog, and I feel like he was very underutilized in LA.
You're right.
So I would like to have Caruso in Cleveland personally. But back to what we was talking about. What was the team names? My thing is Cavaliers. I've always wondered, like, was it like some old like renegade Three Musketeers type shit going on in Cleveland, and they was like, oh, we got the Cavaliers because our people here, they got the sword fighting and all that shit on lock. Like, what is a Cavalier exactly?
Yes.
All our stuff, all Cleveland is, all Ohio is retarded kind
The
of.
Browns.
What is a brown? Yeah, what is a brown?
It was the color of their uniform back in the day. It was all
So they're
blue
just
brown.
gonna be the
What
Browns.
they bought by my what?
Cleveland would be a spot called the Browns. Let me tell you. He said,
Wow.
blasphemy. Don't mention that ring chaser, LeBron. That has to come to the purple and gold. Listen,
Yeah.
Ring chaser.
Rodgers
He called him a
is
ring
spot.
chaser. Yeah. He said ring chaser.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, and Cincinnati ain't never seen a tiger in his life.
Right,
But
a
did they have
bingo
a
at
good
that.
Maybe maybe they had a good zoo, and they was like,
They did
"Let's
at one
name 'em
time."
after the tiger at the zoo.
They did at one time. They did have some nice big old cubs down there at the zoo.
And I don't know how many Patriots were in Maine. It took you too long to get to battle, motherfucker. You can't make it here in time. You a Patriot?
No
Nah,
shit.
the motherfuckers in the middle was the Patriots.
No
They was
shit.
in the front line and shit. And you all the way up there in Maine.
Okay,
fishing and shit.
hey, here go one for you.
They should have
Hey,
been the fishermen.
hey, bitch, how about this? How about New Orleans Saints? New Orleans Saints. Ain't Saints supposed to be like the big Christian thing, but everything about New Orleans is voodoo?
Right? That's interesting. And you know their symbol is the fleur de lis.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, didn't a lot of people die at the stadium though?
What you mean, like Katrina type shit?
Yes.
They died in Oakland. They shoot them.
I've always been a Lakers
They
fan
were-
since Magic.
they were
was
doing a
wearing
lot.
Small shorts. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's Pop's team. Pops is a Laker. I'm a Cleveland fan.
I'm 100% Laker fan, but I don't like them since they got LeBron. I'm gonna wait till he leave.
That's kind of how I felt about Cleveland.
When he leave, I come back to the Lakers. Right now, I have no basketball.
I like
team.
LeBron in the late. Don't get me wrong.
I like it.
but I feel like you gave up too much. You fucked the
Man, what
team up to get what you.
Tore the team up. Go
Right.
back to if he can become a role player, I'm okay. But right now, you trying to control the whole team.
I think any learning he gonna have to be.
They trying to trade for Damon
Damian
Lillard.
Lillard.
I've been drinking too many.
You could- that's me. Listen, that's me every podcast, baby.
Hey, but they traded for Damian Lillard, and you're gonna trade for Damian Lillard to a guy who wants to control the ball all the time. Cut it out. All that means to me is when I hear that Damian Lillard come to the Lakers, which means they're gonna bring Chris Paul to. What all that means is everybody taking time management. Everybody play 5 minutes. Everybody.
Yeah, it would have to be because Damian Lillard is.
a beast.
No, he's definitely a beast, but he's not the. He's as good as he is as a shooter. He's not a two guard. He can't play the two like that. He has to play point. He has to play the point. He has to have the ball in his hands. Now he can, move off of the ball, but he's no Steph Curry. Now Steph Curry's the master of finding a screen and figuring out what shot he gonna take. Dame doesn't have that style of game. Dame has a cross you up step back style, or he's not looking for screens and off ball movements like that. So
Right.
yeah, I don't know if that. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know if that's a good fit with him and LeBron because LeBron hasn't really learned to play off ball. Out of all the years he's played, he's never really learned to play off ball. I've never seen LeBron run around a screen or anything like that.
Never. He got to have it at the top, and he got to go to the hole.
Right. I've never seen it. So I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you, Pops. I don't know if that's the right fit.
Giannis is taking a play out of his playbook. That's why they won. Giannis taking through the top of the court. He go down and just bulldoze everybody. I la LeBron.
I'm so happy with the. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm so happy with the Giannis win. And not only am I happy with it, because I never pegged them. I always had the Suns to win that. And I honestly feel like the Suns should have won that, but Chris Paul kind of backed out. What's that meme where you see Homer and he backs into the bushes and disappears? That's how Chris Paul played that game.
He played all of them like that in a while.
Yeah.
He started getting shut down. He just quit. He just gave up.
I said
understand.
he was gonna cry in that locker room. He gonna cry when he get to that car.
I didn't see Booker stepping up that much either, so I don't know.
You ain't see who?
I didn't see Booker coming up either.
Roger Dodger said if Chris Paul leaves $35 million plus on the table to leave Phoenix, he's a fool. I agree. LeBron wants him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. And he also said it's the first time I didn't actively root for my Lakers. He will never be a true Laker. They better not retire his jersey. Oh, you know they are. You know they are, Roger Dodger. You know they are. Factually, they're going to retire his jersey. The Lakers would want to retire his jersey. That way they could say we had some of the best, 3 of the most dominant players in the NBA. LeBron, Kobe, 4.
Got Magic,
5.
Worthy.
Think about Kareem and James Worthy in the but yeah, no, they gonna retire that motherfucker. You can guarantee you that. God damn, Lakers ain't gonna have no jerseys left.
Yeah.
They
it,
gonna come in the league and they gonna be like, you're 11 because you see all them jerseys up there in those rafters.
They had everybody.
Go
They done
back
had
that
Karl
11.
Malone. They had Karl Malone. They had everybody. Everybody on everybody. Everybody wanted to be a Laker.
Hey, that's something. What do you not to switch on y'all, but what do you think about the jersey numbers in the NFL this year?
They're
They're allowed to go like the wide receivers can wear like 58 now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or some number like that.
Mac Jones' practice jersey is 50. I wonder if he
50,
can take
I
that
seen
out
that.
onto the field.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
But
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. I think it's going to force the quarterback to have to do more than just read the field.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you don't know what that number is at that place right there. You don't know
Right.
how fast
Right.
he is at that position. That 58 is no longer a linebacker. That could be a safety, and that
Right.
safety may run a 4.2 40. So I may not
Right.
be able to squeeze that pass into that window like I once did. So now I can't just read the field. I got to pay attention to who's what where.
Right.
I feel like it's going to throw a twist in the game, kind of how the MLB just ruled out from players putting foreign substances on the ball.
Okay.
They used to be able to tar the ball up and shit to make it, so they had a grip when they threw it. Now you can't do none of that, and you seeing the scores grow up in the games too. I think it's going to be the same thing in the NFL, where you see a lot of the defensive points go up, or turnovers and what have you, because players are scrambling, trying to get adjusted to the fact that player may not be 24 anymore. He may be out there in 98, and I got to think about how fast he is wearing that big ass number.
Right.
Because your brains adjust to shit like that. In numbers in a football game, we've always known receivers to be in the 80s, at least in the NFL. We know linemen to be in the 60s, 70s, 90s. Linebackers are in the 50s and the 40s. Fullbacks are in the high 40s and the high 30s. Running backs are low 30s to low 20s.
Right.
Other than that, so I mean, it's been ingrained and programmed into our minds. So I feel like it's going to be interesting to see these quarterbacks who have spent so much time drilling video and tape try to get adjusted to something that nobody's going to be able to get adjusted to right off the bat.
Right.
So I think that's great. Roger Dodger said MLB, who still watches that? Listen, that I mean, I agree. I'll watch it if nothing else is on. But right now, your boy Shohei Ohtani is going nutty, and America doesn't seem to like that the best person in baseball is Japanese.
Nice pitcher.
Pitcher and hitter.
Homer.
He doing that shit Babe Ruth did, but we just heard about and didn't get to see. He did, and listen, in my generation, he the first man on the moon.
Yeah.
I ain't see Babe Ruth do that shit. I don't even remember seeing a lot of Babe Ruth pitching highlights. I remember seeing a lot of hitting ones.
I haven't been keeping up with the ML, the Major League Baseball, but I have been like Clippers. I just like to go to drink.
Mm-hmm.
I like to go watch the little
hot dogs and bullshit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So as far as Roger, I ain't been into baseball as much. But if you want
to do that recently.
But if you want us to get into baseball, man, let us keep talking it.
Oh,
man.
I'm working on some things in the background. I got some things in the plays working up. But shit like that, like you said, we don't watch enough to really be able to cover, like, you know what I mean? So that's why I need people that are efficient in that. But I got some things in the works.
Like I said, I like the fact that Rogers has been keeping us in. We need more people like that to keep us what you want to hear. We want to talk about what you want to talk about.
Listen,
so
like, subscribe, and share, Roger. We appreciate you.
Keep it coming.
Yeah.
You can't just be about what we want to talk about. We want to talk about what you want to hear.
Right. Well, he don't want to hear about MLB, so fuck that home run derby. Nah, I'm just playing. I can't even remember who won it.
Okay, what about Shaquan Griffin? What's the name? Shaquan Griffin?
Saquon. Wait.
The linebacker?
Oh, you're talking about the
Seattle.
Yeah, right. The twin.
He left his brother. He left his brother. Now he signed on with the Miami Dolphins.
Right.
Is that the one with both hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
The DB was the one with no.
I think it was backwards.
I think I got it backwards. Yeah. He's the one with the half a hand.
Is the linebacker.
Yeah, because the DB is the one with both hands. The linebacker is the one with the missing a hand. And now he's not playing for the Miami Dolphins.
I want to go on the record saying that the Miami Dolphins, they're going to look good this year. Okay.
I say that too, but you know what? The thing about the Dolphins, I'm not really pumped about it. I'm not a Tua.
Yeah, I'm wondering about Tua.
Well, I was wondering about that too.
I think Tua's like a flat. He's like a half filled up tire. He's not always there yet. He can't get the.
I mean, but like we talk about all the time, it's a different pace to the game, and I feel like once again, coming from a powerhouse like Alabama, you think you hot shit until you get in that league, and you like, oh, that was my team. It wasn't just me. It wasn't just me doing that. That was the wide receivers and everybody doing that shit too. I don't got any in Miami. What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
that's why I'm worried about your boy Mac. That's why I'm worried about Mac. I don't think Mac has it yet. I think Mac just played with Alabama. He had a good squad. Now all of a sudden he getting ready to come out here to New England, and it's time he's going to be woke up.
But they want Tom Brady back. You know what I mean?
Everybody wants Tom Brady.
They want Jimmy G.
Yeah,
they want Jimmy Jam. They want them subs back in New England. They trying to get Garoppolo back over there.
Yeah.
Roger Dodger said Angel Stadium is really nice. Going to games is fun, but it's boring as hell to watch. Yeah. I took the family back in 2018 and we saw Ohtani hit a homer. Oh, that's what's up.
Okay, that's what's up.
Was that his rookie or his sophomore year? He said Ryan reminds me of Mariota. Ryan,
let's see.
Ryan who reminds you of Mariota? We'll see what he's about this year. You talking about Tannehill?
That's what I was thinking.
Tua.
Well, that's Tua Tagovailoa, so ain't no Ryan unless that's his middle name. Tua Ryan Tagovailoa.
Oh, they're talking about when they put Ryan Fitzpatrick in there against the Raiders, and he did his thing. He did his thing against the Raiders. But now he's.
Yeah, he does remind me of Mariota, but I didn't know. Listen, I didn't know Ryan. What's Ryan and Tua?
I think honestly. I think Mariota got he getting a bad.
Okay. I thought that was really like his name. Like he had somebody was calling him Ryan now. I was like, damn, that nigga changed his name. He tried to Americanize his name. He didn't want people fucking up his name no more. He said, just call me Ryan. Shit.
Hey, but I'm telling you know what? I think Mariota got the bad shaft, man. He gave him a bad team. He had to be the all-star savior. He's known for running the ball.
He looked good in Tennessee till he got hurt.
But that's it. Hey, when Derek Carr went out that game, man, he showed
interceptions though.
When Derek Carr went out the game, man, he came in and almost won that game. I said, what? This dude.
And was just moving the ball in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he don't move the ball all the time, man. He don't move the ball.
No.
So when I see him move the ball, I said, that's the man right there.
So what's next for him? That's a good question. What's next for Mariota? Because you can't keep sitting behind somebody like that.
I think Mariota going. I give you Mariota.
Too much talent to sit behind somebody like that.
I'm telling you right now. My thing is, I see Mariota sitting out this year. I see him sitting down this year. I see him learning a lot more. And when we trade him, we're gonna regret it.
I bet. I guarantee it.
We're gonna regret it. I think he's gonna stand up and stand out. He's learning from Gruden. He's learning a great offense. He's learning how to be a better quarterback. He's not taking any beatings, any at all.
Right.
So the Raiders in the right mindset would be like, you know what? As soon as Carr start asking for a big time paycheck, I'd trade him. Give me some first round. I'd like to have a good season out of him, and I'd trade him.
They actually said that if we would have traded for Aaron Rodgers this year, that their contracts would have been comparable. We would have been paying the same thing for Aaron's contract. I think Aaron was getting like 25.3 and Carr's getting like 24 point something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like it's the same contract really. And I don't even know if we appreciate that subscribe, Roger. I don't know if that's if he deserves that to even be that close.
Right.
You know what I mean? And regardless of having a newer contract or not, or whatever the case may be, to be that close to a great like Aaron Rodgers, arguably one of the best to ever do it.
Right.
Because I damn near got him and Brady neck and neck. Brady only just has the rings, but Roger has the stats.
Yeah. Brady has the rings.
And Roger Todd just said, did Cole Beasley retire yet? Did Gruden retire yet? Listen, I'm waiting on Gruden just with you, bruh. So our clock is ticking at the same pace with that. I'm waiting on Gruden's traitor ass to get the fuck up out of there.
I don't like Gruden, but I know that devil, man. I know. So Roger, man, on that demon, that devil that Gruden is, I'd rather have him now than have to lose him and have to deal with the next demon. I don't know what the next demon.
Right, I know what you mean.
It might be worse.
I know what you mean.
Truth of the matter is, I would have really liked to have Mayock and then kept what's your boy?
Reggie Keane.
Del Rio. I'd really have kept Del Rio.
I didn't mind Del Rio.
Yeah. I'd really have kept Del Rio and give me a general manager like Mike.
He said there's no neck and neck with 7-1 rings. No, I'm saying those rings, that makes a difference, but this isn't basketball. It's a team sport. When you look at stat to stat, it's like LeBron and Jordan, where it's like when these kids forget about the next generation, forget about a Brady, and they start looking at it on paper, they like, oh, this guy Aaron Rodgers was way better than him. Look at the stats. But all of us know, we seen Jordan, and we know them kids right now is looking like, look at LeBron's stats. He's shitting them. I feel like it's the same situation. Regardless if Jordan got 6 and LeBron got 3, it's the same situation. They just in the same era. That's the only difference. But what was he talking about before that?
We were talking about everything.
Right, we've been bouncing. He's overrated. Almost anyone would be better than Gruden. I think he's a bit overrated myself, but Gruden, John Gruden, but I wouldn't say almost anyone would be better than him. I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say anybody. I think John Gruden is overrated. I think, you know what? I wouldn't say that. What I'm going to say is John Gruden would be a better coach if he had a general manager over top of him.
Right, like if he didn't.
The problem with John Gruden is you give him too much power.
Right, he has too much reign.
You give somebody, if somebody could rein him in and tell him what he has to do, and give him that, like he could get fired. John Gruden fears not getting fired, so he makes his calls. He's more like what's his name? Hugh Douglas. Hugh Douglas.
Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson.
Right.
When he thought he was the head coach and he talked about people getting his fingernails done, he took advantage of a situation and didn't take it seriously.
Right.
John Gruden's trying to prove to America that he can win a Super Bowl without Tony Dungy.
Well, I don't even think it was Tony Dungy. I think it was the fact that you were playing against the fucking team you coached just a few months ago.
Exactly.
That should have been a conflict of interest, and the NFL should have been like, this doesn't quite seem right.
Right. It didn't seem right at all.
But you can't blame him because Callahan's stupid. Because Callahan should have changed the offense, changed everything.
You're right.
I mean, if Callahan had any common sense, when he got Jerry Rice and Tim Browns and everybody else's, he should have changed up offense so John Gruden didn't know what was coming or going. But he played John Gruden's offense against John Gruden.
And Roger Dodger said only people from Green Bay are going to say Rodgers is better than Brady. Well, hello, Wisconsin. All right, because I'm just playing. I wouldn't say Rodgers is better than. I would say that if I had a choice, I'm probably going with Rodgers.
Right.
If I'm being honest, because I mean Brady is. I feel like it's. I don't want to take anything away from that man. He's greatness. He's the GOAT when it comes to quarterbacks. He's greatness. But I do also feel that all of his wins are situational. You know what I mean? You came into a great situation with the Patriots. You had a great coach. You didn't always have the best players on the field at all times. I will say that. But you had a great situation, and that's what got you a lot of those rings. Then leaving to go to Tampa Bay was also a great situation that you entered into.
Right.
So it's different when you're just. Well, I guess that also accounts to his greatness, right? Because his moves are calculated. So I guess you could put that in there as well. But when you look at somebody like Aaron Rodgers, spent his whole career with Green Bay, and I would say they haven't really done right by him a lot of the time. They haven't really stacked up enough players to put him in a position where he's really the quarterback he is.
Right.
Which is kind of equivalent to the LeBron Michael Jordan situation. Jordan came into a lot of great situations, being coached by the best college basketball coach with North Carolina, then coming in to play with Phil in Chicago, getting Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, and all those other players on the team. Like that's a lot.
Only thing I'll say about Jordan is he didn't stack his team. He played with what he was given, and the competition was way tougher than what it is.
Well, see, Jordan, that's the different though. And I don't know if I can agree with competition-wise. I feel like it was more physical. It wasn't more skilled. But with Jordan, I feel like he just rode a great hand.
Matter of fact, but you playing with against Larry Birds and the Magic Johnsons and
Larry Bird on the way out.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson, he still had he was leaving out of his prime as they were playing. Now the best
you can't say prime. He's leaving out of his HIV.
Well, I feel like that's prime before you hit
He still had some ball left in him. Larry played a few years. I think Larry played like 6, 7, 8 years.
I don't care what nobody say. Larry Magic Johnson's HIV was the best crossover anybody ever had in the NBA. Motherfuckers was like, I'm not guarding him. He was straight.
Right.
They was like, what you think I'm gonna take a bow from that? No, I'm not guarding him. That shit can hit me in my mouth.
Yeah, they were dogging him there first.
When he dogging him. That was his best crossover. He had the Iverson didn't have no crossover like HIV.
But that whole team was wilding out. James Worthy, he was in the motel with those two women, remember? He was locked up in that motel with those two women and them drugs that time.
I definitely remember that.
All of them. That's Michael Irvin and who was that?
Him too.
Who was that? Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, and everybody.
They said when they caught Michael Irvin, he had snow powder around his nose like milk.
Right. That motherfucker had sleep in his eyes and coke in his nose.
It wasn't me.
Hey, but the bottom line is you still talking about women. Women are always destroying these great athletes.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say something.
We should say those great athletes should. They kind of do themselves in, you know what I mean? Because they feel that
right?
They feel that they're bigger than anybody else. You know what I mean? They're bigger than. They're just better.
Roger Dodger been commenting. I apologize. I missed you. I seen that you subscribed, and I definitely appreciate that. Sir.
Definitely.
But he said, "What's the last significant thing Gruden's done since the Super Bowl? Nothing. His ring should have an asterisk." And you are right. I think actually
the most significant thing he did is he became one of the great commentators.
Right, or quarterback gurus.
That's it.
Yeah, but I think actually Gruden's ring has an asterisk in diamonds at the bottom of the band.
Right, Tony Dungy's.
His don't. Dungy's don't, but
Dungy's don't.
Gruden's has a diamond asterisk right at the bottom of the band. I think I saw it online.
One of his diamonds say T, one of his diamonds say D. Tony Dungy.
He said, plus my 9-year-old son could outrun Brady. Listen, Brady is, but that's that's situational. When you have a line like that, you can be planted. Like he's literally planted. Like, I mean, roots from his cleats planted. He doesn't move out of that pocket.
Brady's he's an excellent defensive reader. He reads the defense very well. He knows how to get the ball out on time. He knows how to check down. He knows what to look for, and he calls perfect plays.
And then he said the game was too physical to compare Jordan to LeBron. LeBron flops when a ladybug flies by him. He wasn't going down the lane against the Pistons. You know what?
I agree.
That's one thing that I disagree with, ironically, though, is I feel like LeBron adjusted that soft shit to the way the current game was played. You remember back in the day when he was in the league for the first 3 years, well, I would say the first 5 years, because it went on until Miami, he was saying he doesn't get calls because of how aggressive he comes to the lane. He said, they foul me every fucking time I go up for a dunk or a layup, but y'all don't call it because I'm LeBron. The same way they did to Shaq. So I feel like if you put LeBron in a situation where he can be the tank that he is, he might shit Jordan. Them motherfuckers might move out his way in Detroit when LeBron comes down running as fast as he does.
Back in the day, the bad boys, the Detroit Pistons, I don't think nobody came down the lane like that because they'd rough you up pretty good.
Oh, yeah, no, they roughed you up. Yeah, no, they
were wild.
Jordan was doing them, though. And that's what I'm saying. If Jordan can do them, then what do you think LeBron's double-sized body ass would do if he was coming down the lane faster going up?
I give you that, but Jordan had more of a jumper. His jumper was nice.
He was more athletic. I would say he's more athletic than LeBron.
Shoot that jumper anywhere. Well, LeBron, I give LeBron his shooting game. Every now and then he'll hit a three.
He improved it. I'll give him his P's. He did improve his shooting game.
He gave me his shooting game, but he ain't get perfect. And his foul throws, his free throws is horrid.
He didn't achieve his goal. His goal was to be Steph. Like when he saw Steph was coming in hitting like that, he was thinking to himself like, well, shit, I can do everything else. If I can get a three like that, then it's over. And he tried to, and he started taking them like that, but he wasn't hitting them like that. And I think he kind of lowered his confidence to where he still has he has a lot better three now than he started with.
Right.
That's facts. And then Roger Dodger came back. The game was too physical to compare. Oh, we already read that. I'm sorry. I'm beer buzzing. It's okay. What else was I had something else that I wanted to talk to before we get into a couple things from last week's Fight Sports and we'll wrap it up. Damn, what was the last thing I had? I feel like, so what were we just talking about before the Jordan LeBron thing?
Oh man, you called me.
Damn, I can't remember.
I
know we talking about Gruden and shit.
We talked about Gruden.
Right, Tony Dungy,
and that was it. Tony Dungy and Gruden.
I feel like something that we talked about from that conversation like struck something in my mind, but I can't really remember. So what I will say is, oh no, I did have the last thing in reference to football. The Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Questionable to start the first week of the season due to still recovering from the ACL injury. But he was out damn near all season last year.
Right.
And I'm wondering, like, what is it really? Like, don't get me wrong, I know everybody heals differently, and he could still be healing from that same injury. But I feel like that's a big red flag. When you got somebody that was out damn near the entire length of last season and you're still questioning if they'll be ready for the first week of the season that doesn't start until September, that makes me kind of nervous about the future of Saquon, to be honest.
Right.
Especially with his running style.
He's been hurt the last 2 seasons, though, right?
I thought he came back and he got hurt either at the beginning of last year or...
Yeah, it wasn't... I don't know if it was
I know he
week
has
1 and week 3.
Though. He has had injuries. I know that much.
When y'all finish, I got one more thing I forgot. I totally forgot.
No, you go ahead. I was just... my whole thing is... How long do you... The reason why I brought that up is my question is, how long do you sit on... Yep, handle your business. How long do you sit on somebody that has that much talent but may not be physically right to do the job? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Saquon could potentially be one of the best to do it at that position, but if you're not healthy, you're Anthony Davis.
I think honestly that they should have filled all the holes that they were leaking. And if Saquon can't stay healthy, they should have pulled in another one.
I agree.
And if not, pull in one. Honestly, truthfully, I would grab Adrian Peterson right now because Adrian Peterson still has the ability to be a heck of a back. He's still strong. He's still young.
He still got some left. Yep.
Got something left to go with. So my mindset, I would grab Adrian Peterson, hold on to Saquon Barkley, looking for the draft for my next running back.
Okay. That sounds right to me. That sounds definitely right to me. I just feel like it would be almost like you ever been with a girl that you love to death, right? And you be like, yeah, you're not right for me though. And then when you leave them and you see him flourish with the next motherfucker, you be like, well, you was right for him though. Goddamn, what the fuck happened? Was it me? Am I the motherfucker? Like, goddamn, like. I feel like that could be another situation with the Giants. If you let them go too early, you don't want somebody that good coming out the backfield on one of your opposite teams.
Yeah.
But, I mean, only time will tell. Hopefully he makes the, at least, if not week 1, I would like to see him back by week 3. If he's not back by week 3, y'all need to start looking around for other options.
I wanted to bring up 2 things. One of the things
even a quarterback too. I apologize. That Daniel Jones. I'm not sold on him either. Get him out of there.
Yeah, I'm not there either.
Oh, out of the Giants?
Yeah.
You don't like Daniel Jones?
Hell
well,
no.
he was kind of thrown in the fire too, wasn't he?
Stop getting quarterback.
Yeah.
Look at his first couple years where he'd been running for his life.
Yeah,
man.
you're right, but you also you threw
Not
more
his
interceptions than touchdowns.
Yeah, it's not a system that's made for
How about throw some away then?
Right.
You feel me? How about throw some out of bounds to your coach?
I understand.
You called this play, I'm throwing a bullet right at your headset, coach. Because I'm running for my life every play. You don't got to force none in. But what was you saying, Pop?
My question is, I forgot about this, and then I forgot. I reminded myself. All of a sudden, it hit me. But my question is, what do y'all feel about Oklahoma and Texas and Oklahoma leaving and coming to the SEC?
I saw that.
All about, it's like it makes the SEC stronger. It also puts a little bit more money in their pockets.
I think you hit the nail on the head with that second statement.
Yeah.
I think it puts more money in their pockets, and right now they're concerned with the fact that players are going to make money off of their name and their likeness. So they're trying to put themselves in a situation where they can recoup some of that money they're going to be losing out on by signing those players potentially.
Exactly. And they talking about 2025. It should be the one that's popping off in 2025. It should be the realistic version of when they're doing it. But my question is,
Roger, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Roger Dodger is an older Malcolm. He just said the exact same shit Malcolm would have said if he was on his podcast. He said Daniel Jones equals Sam Bradford equals Matt Stafford. Does that not sound like Malcolm? That's that group that he puts all them. That sounds like him to a T, and I agree with you too. I do agree. I honestly think that's kind of disrespectful to Sam Bradford and Matt Stafford.
Thank you.
I think a little bit. Daniel Jones is a little under tier to both of those quarterbacks, in my opinion, at least.
Okay.
But I agree somewhat. Where you could lump them all in together. What was you about to say, Mike?
About Daniel Jones, he ain't been in a nice system.
And he came out of Duke, didn't he?
I thought it was a UNC. I thought it was University of North Carolina.
Let me see, because I can't remember. But either way, like that's you're with your squad, Mike. You're coming out of basketball teams. Get USC, UNC, Duke, all them up out of the fucking football system.
Okay.
Stick to fucking basketball,
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's where he's from, though, right? Did I say it right?
Let me
UNC.
see. They showing me his pro college, Daniel Jones College. Nope, Duke.
Duke. Okay.
Yep, he came out of Duke. That's what I
yeah.
thought.
Wow.
And you wondering why he's fucking
Yeah.
getting interceptions over touchdowns. Because
Right.
he's fucking following through this way like he's shooting a fucking jump shot. Y'all got new coaches coaching a quarterback you think gonna succeed in New York. It doesn't work. Eli barely succeeded in New York. How the fuck is Daniel Jones gonna do it?
Right.
Somebody tell me. Other than that, I will say I just want to touch on two things. One is that Jermell Charlo versus the Brian Castano fight that was supposed to be for Undisputed ended in a draw. I feel like watching the fight, Charlo actually lost that fight.
I didn't see it.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I think I watched like the first 6 rounds, and then I had to catch the highlights because I was sleep on some sleep shit. But I feel like the Brian Castano kind of edged that out, but I can see why they gave it a draw. My only concern is instead of going right back with a rematch for Undisputed, they want both of them to face their mandatories now.
Okay.
So they want them to instead go back on the rematch. They want Charlo, to face his mandatory, which is some dude from Russia. I can't think of his name right now. And then Castano's mandatory is what is his name? But it's a lot more dangerous, is what I'm saying. So I kind of feel like you're fucking Castano because he has the harder mandatory. So if he loses that, then you basically fucked him out of the rematch that he potentially won, but you called it a draw. So I feel like this is the boxing politics going on in this fight. I feel like they should go straight back in with a rematch.
Yes.
Seeing how that fight played out. But I feel like they also don't want to lose money on their cash horse, Jermell Charlo. If he loses his old, then now it's a problem.
Right.
Well, I think he might have already lost. I think Jamal's the one that's still undefeated. I think Jermell lost to Tony Harrison, if I'm remembering correctly. But nonetheless, other than that, there is a fight going on tonight. Joe Joyce is coming back, the English fighter, the heavyweight. He's 12-0, 11 KOs. He's fighting Carlos Takam, the veteran, 39-5, 1 draw. That's going on tonight. It's a WBC eliminator, so whoever wins should be the mandatory to, I believe, Deontay.
Okay.
I think Deontay Wilder has the WBC.
Okay.
Well, no, because he would have lost it to Fury, so it would be Fury's mandatory. But we all know Fury's never done a title defense in his entire career, so Fury doesn't get mandatories. Fury will find his way out of a mandatory, so Wilder will probably be the one to have to fight him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, other than that, I really don't have much else. Do y'all have anything else y'all want to touch on?
I want to talk about the high school basketball players getting paid.
High school?
High school or college?
High school.
Ooh.
Who?
The young boy that the other day talked about on the news the other day.
You talking about Mikey Williams?
Yeah.
He's not getting paid currently. No, they're saying that he's going to be highest paid because he's already committed to, right. Like
I thought he was getting paid.
No, he's going to have, not yet. He has a multi-million-dollar deal that he's signing just by going to college.
Okay.
And I do agree with Brittany. I think that could lead to a decline in competition in the league. I feel like you are kind of,
nobody wants to get hurt.
You're spoiling them early. You know what I mean? Like otherwise he would still be pushing hard to get better at his game if he wasn't making money. But since you're giving him so much early, that could cause him to slide into a situation where he feels like he's already good enough.
Exactly.
So I definitely agree with Britt, and I'm sure we'll touch on it next week when she's back on. But yeah, I do agree with that 100%.
I agree wholeheartedly.
He said Deontay Wilder got beat like Rodney King that last fight. Listen, he something was off. I don't think it's gonna happen the same way this fight. But something was off for sure. Whether that was a busted eardrum or whatever the case may be, I don't see Fury doing the same thing in this fight.
That's right. He tagged that ear last time, didn't he? That ear swelled up.
He was bleeding out, his ear last fight, and he was trying to say he had something in his glove. I don't doubt that. Fury's been known to cheat. He's gotten caught in multiple fights cheating when it comes to gloves. So I don't doubt. I'm not just gonna say Deontay's crazy for saying that. Now he also said that he feel like somebody put something in his water. That I wouldn't doubt either, but I will say you sound a little crazier now, because that would then mean that somebody in your camp did that, and you should have had tighter rings on your camp. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not bringing nobody into the biggest fight of my life that I think potentially could do something to fuck me out of this victory.
Right.
So to be like, yeah, somebody put something in my water, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that you may have had bad judgment for having somebody around you that you think potentially could have done that. So that's on you. But I'm hoping that fight gets made. I know they did delay it till September due to COVID from Tyson Fury. He's not COVID positive, which he's already released. I know we talked about it last week where I said he was caught out taking pictures with people. He doesn't have COVID. A member of his team has COVID. And he was saying, I think he said yesterday or the day before, he has nothing to do with the outbreak that happened in his camp. It was somebody else. So I'm hoping we get that fight in September. But once again, knowing that Fury's never had a title defense in his career, I think he's going to find his way to fucking swindle his way up out of that spot. But I don't think he can, though, because the judge ruled, Deontay Wilder won in court.
Okay.
So I think he has to give him that fight or vacate the belt.
You have to give him the fight. Yeah,
either has to give him the fight or give him the belt, one of the two. So either way, he's sitting in a good position, I would say. And then Roger Dodger said it would have been better if he didn't make excuses after, of course. That makes you sound like Conor McGregor whining. No, I definitely agree. I agree with you 100%. But what I will say is if I do feel like something actually went on, I would have to speak out about it.
Right.
And it would be different if Wilder was one of those people that made an excuse after every fight. But if you remember, he took the Luis Ortiz fight, the rematch, even after Luis Ortiz got popped with PEDs, which they tried to call blood pressure medication. So what I'm saying is that doesn't match up with the same character. You know what I mean? If you're willing to take a fight with somebody that may have potentially been taking steroids and say, I don't care if he took them or not, we'll still fight. Then I don't see you being the kind of guy that would then say, oh, somebody did something to me if something wasn't actually done to you.
Right.
Unless you were just so shocked that you never saw yourself losing. That could be the case too.
Right.
You thought you was so good you was never going to lose and you lost, and now you're like, oh, it had to be this or it had to be that. But
you lost.
You did lose. You lost. Even if somebody had something, even if Fury had something in his glove, you didn't have to get hit with it. That's what boxing is about, right? Not getting hit with that glove. So you could have avoided it. You could have protected your ear. He caught you in the ear. You lost.
Hey, I gotta break out, but I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah, we out.
Roger, Hey, tell Roger to think about. Give me your. Tell Roger he been a good tonight. So tell Roger taking Malcolm's place. Tell him to be.
He said take Malcolm's place.
Tell him to give us his hit the shower.
Listen,
What he
Malcolm
think?
keep going on vacation.
Yeah.
We might have to have
Roger
Yeah.
Dodgers, baby.
But
Tell Roger Dodgers, yeah, tell Roger Dodgers to give us a hit the shower. But my hit the showers is Fred Williams. Or was it that Fred Warner? Inside linebacker for the 49ers, you know, rookie contract. It's a reverse hit the showers because he signed a $95 million contract with $40.5 million guaranteed.
As a rookie.
Wow.
Yeah, he's coming off his rookie contract.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that's outside of the.
Which is the bad part. He could have been signed. We signed that bum before him. We could have had him, but that's all right. It's okay.
And, while we Roger, just so you know, my pop said he wants you to do your hit the showers. Hit the showers is your donkey of the day for sports. The worst thing you saw or the person that made the worst mistake, they hit in the showers. So you said yours was who was it?
Mine I can do a reverse hit the showers. I'm going Fred Warner.
Okay, I see what you're
I
saying.
believe
Giving
this
him
dude.
peas.
I'm giving him his peas. The dude, hey, you worked hard to get your money. Hit the showers, bruh.
Listen, hit them showers, hit a long hot one, and invite in a lady as long as it doesn't break COVID.
Hey, invite your lady in. Just don't be Watson. Just make sure you get a good one to give you a good massage, not that kind of. It's got 95 million. Don't lose it already. Give it, get a nasty massage. Get it, do your thing.
Listen.
Hey, on that one, love y'all.
Love y'all too, homie.
Peace.
All right,
peace, man.
Next time. What's your hit the showers, Mike?
Hey, Cliff, it's between me and you. Since me and you the only ones on here, my hit the showers tonight is for our homeboy that ain't here, Mr. Vacation Malcolm and his damn Speedos.
Hit the motherfucking showers.
Hit the shower, my nigga.
In the Speedo. Hit the shower.
Yeah, exactly. But
said DeAndre Hopkins. Roger said DeAndre Hopkins hitting the showers. I'm assuming for the vaccine shit, but I mean, I get it.
I do too.
And I'm not one of those big like I am, but I'm not. Like I am a conspiracy kind of guy. But at the same time, I can't have a flu shot because of allergies.
Right.
Unless y'all motherfuckers tell me what's in that bitch. You think I'm about to come get vaccinated? You won't even give me a flu shot, but you calling me in to get vaccinated? Nah, something feels off to me until I get more information. I understand why DeAndre Hopkins would be feeling that way. But yeah, no, I mean, it's different though. Roger said you ain't retiring. It's different though when you're in a situation where you feel forced to do something you don't want to do and you already have enough money to sustain yourself for the rest of your life. I would retire too. I'm not going to do it. I don't care how good or I'm not going to do it. I'm good. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that from my perspective. I'm just saying as DeAndre Hopkins, I'm good, meaning I feel comfortable enough living without the vaccine. I have enough money that I don't need football. Y'all motherfuckers want to watch me. So if you're going to have this rule, y'all going to have to sit out on watching me. So, I mean, but I definitely respect your hit the showers. That is a very bold move on his behalf. And I understand a lot of people going to be upset about that. But I definitely understand somebody standing strong to their convictions if they feel like something doesn't seem right. So, but yeah, DeAndre Hopkins hit the showers via my man Roger. What you got, Mike? Did you said Malk?
Him
in that Speedo.
In that Speedo.
He hitting the shower on the beach, the one that don't have that they just
right. They just got the faucet hanging over.
He said, Roger just said, all I know is the only people besides my black brothers and sisters and Hispanics are MAGA members. I mean, but you know what, though? And this is going into a little conspiracy thought, and I'll get my hit the showers and wrap it up. Is my whole thing is if the MAGA members are feeling like they don't want to take it, that should tell you something for real. Like, you mean the people that rock with everything, the Trump that was the reason that got the vaccine out, and they still feel like, I don't know if I want to take it. That should let you know something's different going on. But my hit the showers for this evening is going to have to go to, I didn't have it written down I think I'm gonna have to give it to the Green Bay front office for letting it crash and burn. I feel like y'all could have at least pulled up on the throttle and slowed down the crash. Where's Tom Hanks when you need him is what I'm saying. Like, where's Denzel who can land a plane upside down? Because currently you need somebody like that in Green Bay when you're looking at your quarterback and arguably the best wide receiver in the league both wanting to leave you next year and you not knowing which direction to flow in. The fact that even happened, the fact that you let that come to fruition, I'm going to have to say hit the showers. And the only reason why I say front office is because I don't know who specifically is behind that decision. But yeah, Green Bay, they got to hit them. And then Roger Dodger said it's a cult guys that live in the trailer park. And that could be. That definitely could be. Yeah. That could be. I'm not lying. All I'm saying is I just need a little bit more information. Somebody going to have to send me an ingredient sheet or something for me to check and balance to make sure if that correlates with my current aura and light beams. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But with that being said, Mike, you got anything to take us out?
No, I'm cool tonight.
Okay. And Roger, we definitely appreciate you sticking with us, especially for the long haul. We will be back on talking off-season basketball and Olympics on Wednesday. And that's probably going to be the last Wednesday show before we shift to Tuesdays to do football only. At least is how the schedule is looking. So it looks like next week is probably going to be our last Wednesday show at 6:30. No, I'm lying. It'll be the week after because the NBA draft goes on July 29th, which would be the day after our Wednesday show. So we'll have to recap the draft that following Wednesday, and then that'll be our last Wednesday show, and we switching over to football on weekdays. And then all around sports on weekends, if you hadn't noticed. But with that being said, to all my shower heads who are still in attendance or who will be watching this in post, like, subscribe, share, or don't. Or troll us in the comments and say how much you hated it if that's how you feel. Just show a nigga some sort of attention because you know that's what we operate off of nowadays. Right. And Roger, right back to you. But we love everybody that supports, and even the ones that do not support, we love you too because you'll be here one day. To all my shower heads, be good or be good at it, and we will see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.